to learn to fly. May your tears all run dry. Sun will shine after the sky. Oh, lessons learned and bridges burned. Life will twist and then you'll turn. Don't regret the times you yearned. Every page is where you learn. Chased the shadows, lost my way. Found my heart in disarray. Broken dreams had lots to say. Built my kingdom from the clay. Oh, every page is where you learn.
All right. My throat hurts so bad. This is crazy. All right, guys. So, welcome to Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily, and we're going to do our best to get through this hour. We're not feeling 100%, and I know I don't sound 100%. So bear with my nasally voice, please. Couple of show rules that I don't know that everybody knows. When you have a featured show, if you treat it kind of like a podcast, right? So my attention when my guests are in the box are on my attention on my guests. And so in the comments and whatnot, if I'm not responding to you, please understand that for this hour, my attention is for my guests. They are putting aside their time to come and share some things with you guys. So they deserve at least that much respect. Your monitor, yeah, I'm telling you, man. You guys, it's not cool. I'm sorry. But I can't, there's nothing I can do. You want to tell the germs to F off? That would be appreciated, but they won't listen to me. Let's see. Gifts. So when y'all are sending gifts, I'm not supposed to really acknowledge them, but you'll see me wink or do these or something along those lines. That is my way of saying thank you because I cannot not. So, and then be positive, no cussing, no negativity. The app says no cussing, and I telling y'all no negativity. And so if y'all are going to be negative or rude or disgusting in any manner, you'll be gone. And once you guys are blocked, I don't have time to go back and unblock you. I don't care. So you'll have to make another account to come back and hang out with us or be nice. It's really just that easy. Just be nice. What am I missing, guys? Am I missing anything, or are we going to get Jay in the box? Oh, we got to do the Q and Q. I told you guys, I'm out of it. I'm going to need to get me another tissue. Jay, once you get in the box, I'm going to have to step off. Oh, that's so pretty. And grab some because I'm out already, and I brought 5, and we're done, and we're 7 minutes in. All right, so this is a Q and Q. I'm going to read you a quote, ask you guys a question. I kind of picked this one because it kind of helps go into our picking New Year's resolutions and whatnot, right? And so the quote is, I'd always vaguely expected to outgrow my limitations. I'm going to read that one more time. I'd always vaguely expected to outgrow my limitations. What limitation would you like to outgrow? For me, it's the negative self-talk and the negative thoughts. Like, I already know I can do things. I already know my worth, yet I settle for less. So I'm going to give up settling. I'm no longer settling because it's safe or complacent. I'm going to start being a risk taker, you know? Before I get Jay in the box, I'll ask now, what are your guys' New Year's resolutions? I hope you guys will share some in the comments what your New Year's resolutions are. And then we'll get Jay in the box here in just a minute. I'm going to grab a couple tissues really quick. I can't do the sniffling stuff. It's worse than blowing my nose, I feel like. Okay. Nobody made a New Year's resolution. Not a single one of you, except T. You've never gotten rid of expensive sport gear. I suggest you start being supportive and quit being negative every time your team loses. All right. Well, I guess nobody's making New Year's resolutions. So, Jay, getting you in the box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, where's my camera? I had that all.
Good morning, X. Everybody else that came in, welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everybody? Happy New Year. Hi, Jay.
Hi. Good morning. Happy New Year. And all that fun stuff.
Whew. I've used all of my energy in 10 minutes.
I got something funny to tell you. I'm not gonna name names, but I'm sure Papa Bear can figure it out, and everybody can figure out with what day. But so last night a certain person texted me saying, don't we think we should take a break from the show because I don't feel good and I don't think it's I don't think I could do the show tomorrow, which is today." And I'm like thinking to myself, all right. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, never taken a break before, whatever. Come to find out, that person thought it was Tuesday. And I'm like, wait a minute. Tomorrow's Friday and that's Lily's show. You got your days mixed up. I was laughing so hard. I'm just like, wow. All right. I thought I was tired.
I feel like I do little things like that a lot. Like I definitely mess my days up. So I went to the store the other day to buy something. And I've bought this many times. I use this daily. And I couldn't think of what it was. I had to literally stand there and explain to this kid what I wanted and hoped he understood enough because I couldn't think of the name. I know what it is now. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. It's part of my a nectar collector.
It's fine.
I couldn't think of that name to save my soul. I had to sit there and explain it to the kid. He looked at me like I was an idiot.
I'm dead. That's funny though. I was just like, wow. All right. I literally almost thought I was talking to you. And I'm like, wait, this isn't. You guys have S names, so. New Year's resolutions. I don't really. Okay, so I just say that I'm going to do it without making a New Year's resolution because New Year's resolutions don't ever happen, right? Or they happen for like a month and then they go away, or something happens where you can't do it. So why promise yourself you're going to do something if you're just going to screw it up?
Well, because
right?
Okay. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna play a little game. Give me an example of a New Year's resolution you started and it didn't work.
All right, losing weight, for instance, right?
Okay, but you can fall off and get back on and not disappoint yourself. But the one thing I learned is you gotta want the weight loss more than the Snickers. And I still want the Snickers more than the weight loss.
Right, but that's why I say you need to do it for yourself and not do it for anybody and not
exactly.
Because if you're doing it,
you can't do it for anybody else. You have to want it yourself.
If you're
You
doing
watch
it a
my
New Year's
yo-yo.
resolution, you're just gonna fall off the bandwagon. You're gonna make yourself depressed that you fell off the bandwagon. You need to do it for yourself and say, "Hey, I'm gonna start a new year. This is what I'm gonna do this year," and not give yourself a deadline and just do it.
Hmm. I try to give myself more of a vague, positive, like expectation. Like I'm gonna just try to do better, right? Like I'm gonna eat more vegetables. So for me, that's easy because right now I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I'm not. I've been eating like poop. So for me, that's kind of like as long as I can eat 2 salads a week and a vegetable with dinner every night, that'll be more veggies than I'm eating now.
Sorry, my other phone's dying.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that everybody should always be striving to be a little bit of a better version of themselves. You know, like I
Right.
do try to wake up and be a better person today than I was yesterday. And that's not big movements or big steps. And sometimes that's just being nicer to myself.
I guess it's the whole, if you're gonna do it in the beginning of the year, you should be doing it to better yourself throughout the year. And don't wait till New Year's to do it. Right?
Hmm. Yeah, but sometimes it's all a person needs is a New Year's resolution and a couple people to do it with, you know? Um, but I do feel like everybody should be working on themselves all the time. You know, it's important. Good morning.
That's
um,
exactly my point. Is everybody should just be working on themselves and at all times throughout the year. And there's little things they can do to make yourself better. Such the one thing that I hate that you always say: drink water. I hate drinking water. Um,
Water's so important though. But you know, and then the other thing too that I notice is like for me, when I set strict resolutions or strict guidelines, I tend not to be able to stick to it, right? Like when I do crazy drastic changes, like let's say I'm gonna try to eat better, right? I'm sorry, but as somebody who has been on this yo-yo weight loss, weight gain journey herself, you cannot just go from eating what I'm eating to just the veggies and not end up breaking. At least I haven't been able to. Okay. There's people who can, I guess, but even they at some point break. So I feel like people need to not focus on just one thing or get upset that one thing doesn't work so well or if they had a bad day or, you know, because it's about progress, not perfection. Ain't a single one of us perfect in no damn way.
yeah, that's why you always, when I do diets or whatever, I always have a cheat day, right? Because it makes things a lot easier, helps you out, and then you don't feel stuck in this, endless. Oh, I'm never gonna get anywhere. You can eat what you want once a day, obviously in moderation. Don't just eat the whole like buffet, Chinese buffet. But yeah, that helps too. You know what I mean? But yeah, everybody just needs to better themselves. Even if you write it down, just think of it as a reference card for you to make yourself a better person. I guess it's New Year's resolution. I'm gonna stop gambling. Some people say I'm gonna stop gambling. They never stop gambling. You know damn well that they're not gonna stop gambling because they're addicted to gambling.
Yeah, I don't gamble like I used to, but I still like to throw around a few bucks now and then at the casinos. But I don't have money to waste. Like I don't go spend my paycheck. Like I know people who've lost their life to gambling. That's crazy.
Exactly. And then as far as Christmas traditions, I don't know. I was a spoiled kid when I was younger. I don't know about you all. Thank you for the nuts. I was a spoiled kid. But the thing that sucked about me having my birthday so close together to Christmas is I really never got anything for my birthday because my birthday's January 14th. And it being close to Christmas, my parents were like, "Oh, you already got all your stuff that you wanted for Christmas, so we can't afford anything more." And it's like, "Oh, come on." You know what I mean?
See, my kid's birthday, my daughter's December 16th, and my son's January 1st. And I've always, now my son did have to share a couple birthdays with my daughter, right? Because like I wasn't throwing 2 birthday parties with Christmas when she was a toddler, you know? So we did a couple together birthdays. But other than that, I made sure that they had birthday and Christmas celebrations because I didn't want to make them feel like that. You know, like,
Exactly. Other traditions we did, we always went to go look at the lights. Christmas lights we always found. Found where the best lights were because they would usually tell us on that, if we on the news or whatever. We would go drive around and look at the lights.
I love going looking at Christmas lights.
Always going to family friends or family house for dinner. We always did that. Trying to think of other things that we did.
What about any like little like certain people have different traditions like putting up the tree or like at a certain, like I don't know, like my one friend, they do their Christmas tree every year. They pick one on the 1st of December and they go and they put it up and they do this whole thing. They get hot cocoa, cut down the tree, bring it home, unwrap it. They go up, get all the ornaments, bring it down, and all the kids decorate it. They've been doing the same things, and they've been married for like 17 years now.
I don't do any. We didn't do anything like that, but I would always leave cookies and milk out for Santa on the fireplace. I'd always do that, and then one day I'm like, wait a minute, it's not Santa that's eating them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of found out the hard way, and I was devastated when I found out there was no Santa.
So my stepdad's mom would take your stockings, like ladies' pantyhose stockings, and she would cut the legs and she would stuff it with all kinds of things. And I caught her putting it into the room and talking about what's in it and how, this was probably the last one that all believes in yada, yada, yada. But I had already questioned it because it didn't happen before my mom remarried, right? All of a sudden, Santa just brings this new thing, yada, yada, yada. So my stepdad's mom is the reason that made me start to question it. And then they put it in my room when I was awake and I overheard their conversation about all of it. So
yeah, they were probably like, there's no Easter Bunny either. There's no Tooth Fairy.
Yep.
There's none of that. It's all us.
Mm-hmm. But I love carrying on that tradition when the kids are. That's why I keep telling my sister, I'm like, you need another kid so that we can carry, like, because, it's crazy. I don't know. What about you guys in the comments? What are some of your family traditions for holidays? And did any of you guys make a New Year's resolution?
Anyone? Anyone?
Ooh, thank you. A lot of seafood. What about a lot of seafood? Thank you.
Thank you.
Christmas lights, nice. Jump in. Every year you go look at the lights. We did when we were younger. I tried to start different traditions, but as the kids got older and went off to do their own thing, they kind of just working on yourself for New Year. Nice, Lisa. Nice. Yeah, I think that's my goal this year is to find a job where I'm appreciated at. I can't keep working for people who don't respect me the way that I deserve. And that's
Yeah,
fine.
why? And that's never fun when you're in a place where people aren't going to
Well, it's just
Appreciate you.
if you're gonna tell me that this job is performance based, and then prove you're not picking people based on performance, how am I? Well, what's the point of staying if I can't move up when I do everything the way I'm supposed to? How come the people who aren't doing what you're asking are still the people who get the good shifts and this? You know what I mean? I'm just not. I'm not working for people who do not prioritize the better employees, because that's kind of my New Year's thing, is finding somewhere where people are truly appreciated for the work they give, because I'm a damn good worker. So my New Year's resolution is that, and I don't know if I'll find it, but I sure hope I do.
You'll find it, even if you, I mean, might have to move to a different area, but there's always jobs out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just I don't work well with people who lie. I can't. And you can tell me some crazy story, and I don't know you from Timbuktu, and I'll know you're lying to me. So like, I just don't. Ugh. For working for yourself, and that's might be where I have to go. You know. So.
But yeah, I don't know, Christmas traditions. We didn't really do much other than that. Try to keep Christmas spirit in the house, but really didn't have too much. We were a generic family that lived in the suburbs, I guess. Well, it wasn't really
Yeah.
suburbs; it was a city. But you know what I mean.
I do. I think like traditions, guys, could be, every Christmas morning we wake up, open the presents, and after everybody's ready, we go to grandma's house, for dinner. It doesn't have to be crazy stuff. I think that people need to remember too that that's what the holidays are about, is just spending time with the people you love,
Hold on, I gotta get rid of something here.
Ugh, I don't know how to be evil anymore. He was
Not
actually
today.
he actually wasn't being too rough. Good morning.
You're talking about Christmas traditions, not the White House. Come on.
Yeah, I've seen that too, but I just ignored that. I don't know. All right, Jay, was there anything else you wanted to add before I ask you a couple questions about you?
No, that's it. I'm good on that part. I wish there was more I could give, but we were the generic. Well, I'm not white, half white, but my grandparents were white, generic white family. Going for doing the Christmas stuff. There's not much to it,
Right.
really. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Jay, tell these folks when you stream, tell them about your show, because you just got your show up and rolling, right?
Yep. I'm now a feature show host. Say It Out Loud with me every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's Moody Andrews' old game, but I changed the name because I knew it was gonna upset some people. But whatever it is, what it is, Paige gave it to me. I have building a website called StageLink Talent, which will make it easier for everybody to get people across platforms, because the thing that we're struggling right now is guests. And I figured, what great way is to get guests other than to connect everybody on, like, say, C2 or TikTok or, other platforms that are out there. And if they want to get, book themselves on shows, they'll be able to do this now. So that's what StageLink's all about. And it's already launched. I'm fixing a heck of a lot of bugs. I need beta testers. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. That's my New Year's project.
Nice. Nice. When do you stream, Jay? When can these folks come visit you?
24/7 streamer. I'm not always there. Leave a message. I'll see it. I'll get back to you. Add me on whatever social media you want to add me on. I'll see it there. What to get a job? No, I don't want to get a job. I'm very perfectly happy where I'm at right now. Thank you very much, Ricky, for asking. Every 24-hour streamer, not always there. Leave myself on. Always doing stuff in the background for everybody else. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jay. Well, thank you for being on the show today.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
absolutely. Happy New Year to you and everybody else in here.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna jump down.
Have a
Maybe.
good one, hon.
You
Thank
figured it out.
you. All right, guys. We're halfway through. I just want to crawl back into my bed right now. That's all I want to do. We're gonna do the little self-care, self-love segment. It'll probably be kind of quick and boring today. I can't. I'm sorry I keep blowing my nose. I know I tried to mute it, but I don't know. Maybe I should have taken some Mucinex before that or something for the headache because my head is pounding. Actually, let's loosen the hair tie. That might help. Being sick sucks, you guys. We're going to this is a couple weeks of not feeling great too. A little loose bun. There we go. Self-care, self-love. As Jay said while we were talking, that one of the things I tell people all the time is make sure you're drinking your water. Water is important, guys. Stay hydrated. I know I got my tea in that one, but I got my big Stanley with water. 'Tis the season, X. And working in the field that I'm in, I am around people all the time. So, and that's got to just be what it is, right? Because I am around hundreds of people every day. So here's a question for any of you guys. How do you work on your immune system? I know part of that's eating better and trying to find some vitamins, but I'm tired of getting sick. So anyways, drink your water. Make sure you guys are eating properly or taking a supplement. And by supplement, I just mean vitamins or something that help you. Oh my God, I rub my face all the time. Can't help it. I am this. My favorite thing to do, right? Let's see. I told you guys my mind is blank. I do wash my hands a lot, Papa Bear. I do that. Which actually makes my hands get pretty dry and cracked, and I get hangnails. Thank you. Let's see. Self-care tips. Be active. I find myself this time of year, I don't want to go outside. I don't know where y'all live, but where I live, I'm stuck inside the snow globe. Okay? So I go out there and it's just snow. It's snow and there's more snow and there's more snow. Not too far from here, I got 42 inches. We do not have nearly that much, but not too far from here. They're buried under 42 inches of snow. So I need to find me I need to either start going back to Planet Fitness, but I might end up canceling them. And I know, but it's only $25 a month there or whatever, right? And this other gym I want is $150 a month. But the other gym I'll go more and I'll use it and enjoy it. And so I might. Yeah, but the other one has the classes I want. I remember when I was doing that Kangoo jump class, that was my go-to. I love that. So that's what I kind of want to get back to. But it costs more money. But if you enjoy it and you're going to do it, it's worth it, right? And if that's like the only thing I really treat myself to every month, then I think that's a pretty good option. You definitely, I'm learning in life, Papa Bear, you get what you pay for. Like some things it's okay, you buy it cheap because you use it a couple times and you probably will never use it again and whatever. But when it comes to the serious parts of my life or things that I use regularly, I've learned that you get what you pay for. I would much rather, honestly, guys, it was just a phone call, but I was always afraid. I'm always afraid that I'm going to hit it wrong and it's going to end the show. And maybe trying a new hobby. Is there anything you guys, because I actually asked my kid that. I'm like, what are you... Work needs help today. Oh, crap. Hold on. All right, so Papa Bear, you ready to hop? Was it Papa Bear that he got me, right? You were my amazing, wonderful second last minute guest again, because you're... I'm going to put you in the box and mute myself for a minute, but I will be listening, okay?
I'm Papa Bear Sings, and I am absolutely this amazing last minute. Oh my gosh, somebody can't make it today. Call Papa Bear, he'll do it. Oh, well, as long as, yeah. So Christmas and New Year's resolutions are the topics. Hello, Fred. And, okay, the autistic ADHD, OCD in me says, well, we have to start with Christmas because Christmas comes before New Year's. Or New Year's, unless you look at it as New Year's resolution, which then would be the beginning of the year, and Christmas is at the end. See, this is my brain. We'll just do some of the New Year stuff because it's actually closer. One of the things I've always looked at is I don't like New Year's resolutions because it just sounds like a chore. So I found also a lot of people I've known tend to do, I'm not going to do this anymore. And what I found is that is the least helpful way to set a goal, because all New Year's resolution is a goal. But if you look at what you're going to do as opposed to what you're not going to do, because we can't not do something, we can only do things. So instead of quit smoking, is I'm going to make healthier choices. I'm going to engage in this behavior. I'm going to engage in this behavior, as opposed to I'm not going to engage in those behaviors. So that's my big one. Another one is, depending for different people, one thing that's been really helpful for me in the past is a vision board. I didn't do it this year, but making, like, get a big piece of tag board or poster board and just put up pictures of things. Like if you want to go on a trip or a vacation, put pictures for the vacation. If you're going to, if you want to get a new job, you'd have like pictures of people doing that work that you want. And all those things, and you hang it somewhere where you can see it every day. And it just helps you keep the ideas and the vision fresh in your mind every day. And that's a big one. And like I mentioned earlier, invest, not spendy. I found that a couple different people have shared this with me. It's better to spend, you know, a couple $100 on a really good pair of footwear than several pairs of really cheap shoes that aren't going to last as long. So invest in yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I think a lot of us have not put ourselves first enough lately.
You know.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And then we go to Christmas. Because I want to make sure I get the Christmas ones in, because those are fun. And I remember back when I was a kid, I was just sharing this with someone, is we lived out in the southern suburbs, and we'd spend Christmas Eve at my grandparents, who lived like a couple hours away. So we'd all family, all five of us kids and my two parents would get in the station wagon and drive up to Grandma and Grandpa's. And we'd get there in time for dinner, and we'd help set the table, we'd do all that stuff, and we'd have dinner because we knew after dinner we got to open presents. So we'd sit there and we'd eat dinner, and then we'd ask, hey, Grandpa, can we open presents now? And Grandpa, stodgy old German guy, be like, I don't know. The table's not clear. So we'd really quick, we'd rush and we'd clear the table, and we'd put all the dishes in the sink and clear everything off. Grandpa, can we open presents? Yeah, it doesn't look like the dishes are washed yet. Okay. So we're gonna go and do all the dishes. We get all the dishes done. Grandpa, can we open presents now? He's like, well, I haven't had my chew yet. Okay, all right. So go help him get in, and we do everything. And finally, at some point, he'd just finally have mercy on us. Be like, well, I guess you can open one. I'm like, oh, okay. So we'd all get to open a present, and then he'd eventually be like, well, I guess since we opened one, we can open more. And we'd go open all our presents, and then we'd play with our gifts, or we'd read our books, or whatever, try on the new boots you got or clothes you got. And I said boots because one year my brother and I got cowboy boots, and we were so excited. And then we'd go off into Christmas Mass, and then we'd go home, and we'd go to sleep, and we'd wake up, and we were told we couldn't go downstairs until we heard, come on down, because the parents might be sleeping in, and they didn't want us coming down. And
Right.
yeah, so and then we'd come downstairs, and there'd be all these presents from Santa Claus under the tree. And we're like, oh, yay. And we're opening up our presents from Santa, and we're having just fun playing with them. And then it'd be time to drive home. And we'd get home, and we'd go in the house, and oh my gosh, Santa Claus had visited us at home too. Which our parents always explained, well, he didn't know which place I guess you're going to be at, so he dropped them off at both places. So we'd open up all those presents. Well, when we were kids and we didn't know the secret of Santa, it just made sense. And when we finally figured out the secret of Santa, see how I do it? I say secret of Santa in case there's kids happen to be listening to somebody's, and we're like, how do they get the presents under our tree? Because when we leave, there's no tree, there's no presents under the tree. We go to Grandma's, we come back, there's presents under the tree. And I would sit there going, do they drive home in the middle of the night and deliver the presents and set them up? And the next year I watched, and it was like, we're just about ready to go. And my mom's like, oh, I forgot, I got to do this one more thing. My dad'd be like, okay, well, you know what? We got to get gas. Kids, get in the car. We're going to go get gas. We'll let your mom finish whatever she's got to do. And he'd act all gruff, and we'd all get in the car and go get gas and come back. Mom would finally be ready to get in the car. We go home. We're like, that's what she's doing. She's setting up the Santa presents. Okay. But we knew not to say that we didn't believe in Santa, because we also knew at the minute we let our parents know that the youngest of us knew. So we're telling our younger sister, don't tell them that you know. Why? Because then we stopped getting Santa presents. Oh. So we milked Santa for a couple of years as kids.
Right.
And my favorite memory when I'm with my kids was I think it was the second year that the Wii came out. And Toys R Us was having, they did, hey, we're going to have some in on this weekend.
Toys R Us, my God.
I know.
You don't see those anymore.
No, most of them are gone. Well, what happened with them, it turns out, is the company that bought them.
They're overpriced and can't compete.
Well, and
that
because
was the problem. They were so overpriced.
They were. But that's because the company that bought them basically sold all the buildings to make a lot of money. And then the individual stores had to then start paying rent, which means they had to charge more for so they kind of price himself out of business. And if you went there, like I only ever went there for Lego, and you go there on a special Lego days at Toys R Us, and you could get some good deals. But I digress. So the Wii is coming out, and they said, come in and wait in line, and we're going to be handing out coupons. You know, we have like 10 units in stock. So I got there at like 2 in the morning at Toys R Us. December, Minnesota, Toys R Us. I'm number 9 in line. And we're all sitting there just like waiting. And it's middle of the night.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
Finally, about 5 a.m., someone takes pity on us. There's like 30 people in line by now. He goes, okay, I've got some coupons here, and these are good. If you bring these back in after we open, then they'll allow you to buy one of the Wii. And then so he's going around, I was number 9, and the next person got one, and then they're out. People behind him are like, what? Anyway, so I'm like, okay, I got this coupon. It's good to buy a Wii in 3 hours. Went out and had breakfast. Came back, and I can see there's still a line in front of the store. People waiting to get in. So I'm walking in, and people are like, "Oh yeah, I don't know. We're waiting. We're waiting to see if we can get one of those Wii coupons." I'm like, dude, no, they gave them all out in the middle of the night. What? And this woman came up to me. She's like, "Did you get one of the coupons?" I'm like, "Yeah." Give you $200 for it. Now, $200, which was about the price of the Wii at the time, was not for buying the Wii from me, but buying the ticket so she could spend $200 on a Wii. And I was like, I don't think so. No, I want to see my kids' face when they get the Wii, because they were not expecting it at all. And then what I did is we had all the presents that night with my kids. And after they went to bed, I, being a good dad, opened up the entertainment center, set up the Wii, made sure all the cables connected, make sure we had the games, make sure it connected to the TV, make sure it started okay, make sure the game played. I played one game. And then shut everything down.
He just wanted to try it first. Listen to him. I'm a good dad. No, you mother trucker. You just wanted to play first. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, Papa Bear.
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. And
don't lie to me, Papa Bear.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have picked
it. We're parents. We all done it.
Well, I wouldn't have picked Wii Play for my first game, but that's so I just anyway. So then I wrapped the games we bought them. We bought 3 or 4 games, and I wrapped them up. And the next morning, the kids get up and they're looking at the stuff they get under the tree. And my eldest opens up one of them and goes, "This is a Wii game." I'm like, "Yeah, Papa, we don't have a Wii." I'm like, "We don't?" And all of a sudden you could see the light bulbs go off over her head. She's like, oh. And she goes to the entertainment center, opens up the doors, and was like, "Oh my God." And then she turned to her brother and was like, "We got a Wii, we got a," and they were so thrilled and ready, and they got to playing it, and it was just such a fun. And I believe in the magic of Christmas. With my youngest, because he's autistic, we didn't set up we didn't do the secret of Santa with him. We were straight up with him. And then, because we'd heard other autistic families where they introduced the secret of Santa, and when they revealed it to the kids were like, "So what else isn't true that you've told me?" So we avoided a lot of those.
Right.
But we still had the magic of Christmas. We had Santa was the spirit of Christmas, and it was a lot of fun. See how I kind of rambled on and on and on, so that.
I know, and I'm just listening and listening.
Well, I know, because you got your voice thing going on and your snuffles and everything.
And now I gotta go to work, because I guess they only scheduled a few people, and I guess 2 of those few people called off or didn't show up.
Oh,
so
yay! I got to work yesterday on New Year's Day.
But see, here's the thing: is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do this, but yet I won't be rewarded, and I guarantee you, the people who are not there will still maintain their great shifts and the great better, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. If I'm doing stuff like this where I'm going in on my damn day off.
Yep. No, I get there. I one time back in the blizzard of '91, I was working at a treatment center or group home that was about a half mile from my house. Don't ever live that close to your work. My little tip for y'all. And after the blizzard of '91, which happened on Halloween day, so Halloween night, there's like 3 feet of snow that's just fallen during the day. Nobody could go trick or treating that night because nothing was plowed, no sidewalks were shut.
That's
And
crazy.
so these poor parents who bought bags and bags of candy to give out all of a sudden had no kids coming begging for candy, and their own kids were like locked in the house for the weekend. That must have been nuts for those parents. I didn't have kids at that time, but I was going somewhere with this. But yeah, no, but I worked at a candy and soda store, and we were open on New Year's Day, and I'm like, why are we open? Okay, but at least it's New Year's Day. We won't be that busy. So they only scheduled 2 of us. We got slammed all day long. Just like the last customers are coming in 3 minutes after closing. It's like, oh yeah, we're in the process of closing now. And I didn't say they couldn't come in, but luckily they were like, oh, okay, all right, we'll come back tomorrow. Like, it worked. Subtle worked. A lot of times people were like, oh, okay, well, we'll just be quick then.
The famous last words.
Yeah, you can have everything up to the counter by the time we close. Oh, wait. We closed. Yeah. Because it was after, the hours around the door. It's like, we closed earlier than normal, so I could see the confusion, but.
No, well, like Walmart tries to lock you out 10 minutes before they close, and I'm like, I need a gallon of milk. Move. Like, I've literally moved the guy out of my way. Like, you're not gonna. It's 10 minutes till. I'm going to get a gallon of milk, and I'm gonna pay for it, and I'll still be out of here within this 10 minutes. And they try to. We're not. You're still open. Do you want me to call it corporate? Move.
Yeah.
And I literally wheeled the old man out of the front of the entrance who was trying to block me. Like, y'all aren't closed yet.
Well, yeah, and what you do instead.
I'm trying to come in and sit down and eat at the restaurant like some of you mother truckers do 5 minutes before close.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yeah. Well, like, in situations like that, and then, for me, what you want to do, store, then, is instead of locking people out 10 minutes before you close, is just say at 9 p.m. or whatever closing time.
10 minutes, registers closed.
Our registers will be closed. So if you're not through the register by 9 p.m.
That's all you got to say. Don't be a douche canoe. You're open till, you know what I mean? Like, if you come in 15 minutes till, order your food. But you ass better not eat here. Yeah. You better get that to go.
Yeah. People are nuts these days. People are nuts. So, the last thing I have, I was going to say, the last thing I have for today, if we have time before we end, is to do a quick song.
All right. I like that.
That's good, because it's all about, well, I played it on here before, and you liked it. It's the don't should on yourself. And I always say that really clearly, S-H-O-U-L-D, should. Because when I start singing, it doesn't usually sound like the word should when I sing it. But don't should.
So we can hear you.
Okay. We all have things in life that we wish you would have handled differently. But if wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets. Better to live without regrets. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't should on yourself. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't should on yourself. You wish you knew then what you know now. It would have made things better somehow. You can run from your life, but you won't get far. Cause wherever you go, there you are. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't should on yourself. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't should on yourself. In a hurry to worry all day long about everything that might go wrong. But worries like interest, don't you know that you're paying on a debt you might not owe? If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't shoot on yourself. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't shoot on yourself.
I see how you say. I see what you mean there.
Yep, and I was saying people are like,
you said it the first time and it made me laugh out loud. That's why I was like, I'm glad I muted myself because I was like, there it is.
it is. It's fun. It's just I started using the phrase years ago. Don't should on yourself, and because we get this sort of like, oh, I should have did this, I should have done that. It's like, no, you did what you did because that's all you could do at that moment.
Right.
We do what we can when we can, and instead of beating yourself up for what you should have done or could have done, just do something different next time.
Right. Well,
And there you have
Papa
it.
Bear, did you want to add anything to your resolutions or to your Christmas traditions?
Let's see, Christmas. Well, it's interesting at Christmas because once my ex and I divorced, my son and I just took on a Christmas is whenever we say it is tradition, because it was really important to her to have him at her house at the Christmas season. And I was like, we could do it the week before, we could do it. And sometimes we'd even spread it out. Like I'd find something, be like, hey, I got you an early Christmas present. And so we could celebrate it more than just that one day. And so we have it spread out. And it was fun. Now, though, I just kind of like, well, it's interesting because I was in the Philippines in August and September, or end of August, early September. And I discovered, I knew this, but it's one thing to know something, it's another to experience it. They start celebrating Christmas September 1st. That was September 1st. So I'm in their version of Uber on my birthday, September 2nd. Mark it in your calendars for next year, just saying. And all of a sudden, Christmas music starts playing on the radio, and I was like, what, huh? And I went, oh, it's September 1st. The Burr months, September, October, November, December, are the Christmas months in the Philippines. And it really was. To go to the mall, and there'd be Maligayang Pasko, which is Merry Christmas, at the entrances. There was Christmas trees. There was all these.
That's crazy.
It was
do they
nuts.
do Halloween and Thanksgiving?
They do Halloween. They don't do Thanksgiving. That's a more traditional American, and they didn't
That's
adopt
true
that
because
one.
it's after the yeah, that makes sense.
And so, but they do celebrate Halloween, and they kind of kick, New Year's Eve's butt pretty good. All my Filipino friends or some, they know I hate fireworks because of my dog and because of my autism, and all of them sent me short clips of fireworks happening where they were, because I can like turn the volume down, I can watch the fireworks and enjoy them.
Right, without the dog getting upset.
Yep. And I'm sitting here on our New Year's Eve, giving my dog melatonin. We're going to keep her calm. We're going to put her in the room with the fans running and music playing and curtains. The curtains are drawn and blankets over the windows.
My dog give 2 snaps. He don't care.
No, mine, if she had someplace like that she could hide under, that she would, but she lays on the bed and just kind of like, I don't like this. And the last thing, let's see. Oh, so I have a new girlfriend in the Philippines as of a few months ago.
Blech, dating. Blech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. Jealous.
Probably.
Yeah, and I get to celebrate this year. I'm going back to the Philippines in February. I get to celebrate Valentine's Day on the beach this year.
Aww. Papa Bear, you're adorable.
What more can you ask for in life, right?
Right? Seriously, though, But all right. So unfortunately, Papa Bear, I know I could talk to you for another hour easily and not even think twice.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to be at work in an hour because they're short, and I am short cash with Disney coming up in 42 days.
Yay.
So I'm gonna go to work, guys. Again, Papa Bear, thank you for always being so quick to fill in and to help us out here. I appreciate you a lot.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and congratulations on your new relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, we hit, yeah. We're 2 months official tomorrow. So
Well, happy 2 months.
oh,
And
last thing I
guys,
was saying.
happy New Year to y'all. I'm
The
sorry
weirdest
to
thing
cut it
about-
short today.
I know. The weirdest thing though about having a partner in the Philippines is our anniversaries are different days. Because we officially, for me, it was the 3rd. For her, it was the 4th.
Fourth? That's cute. Well, that
Right,
just
have
means
fun.
you got to
It's
buy
time to
her
do a
2
forward.
gifts for 2 days.
Oh, I really don't want her to hear that part.
Well, I'll make sure I tell her. I'll be the
There you
one
go.
to tell her. Well, she gets one for yours and one for his.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Have fun
See,
at
you don't
work.
want me in on this because I got her back.
No, I got her back too. So, all right. Have a great
All right,
time at
guys,
work.
I do have to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm sorry. I have to go into work today. Usually I stay on and chit chat with y'all, but they need some help today, and Mama's broke after the holidays. So, guys, have a good day. Hit that fave up top. Smash my top 3 favorites there. Give them a fave. Thank you so much, Mike. Sorry to cut you short. I know you just got here. I'm good, but I'm going to go work for a few hours, make a little bit of money, and I'll see you guys later. All right. Remember, I love you, I believe in you, and never ever give up on your dreams. Mwah! Bye, guys. I'll see you guys later. I'll come on tonight if I'm not exhausted. Bye.